Hello, everyone. Kartik Krishnaiyer here for the Kingfisher on Beyond the 90. Miami FC is out of the Open Cup again. Uh, Fifth successive Open Cup competition where Miami FC has not beaten another professional team, and actually in a few of those Open Cups been eliminated by amateur teams. So a really bad run in this competition since the great run in 2017. Lost last night to Tormenta. You're seeing the walkout on your screen right now. Lost last night to Tormenta, who's in USL League One, so they're a professional team. Obviously, a good professional team. I think they're a high level USL League One club. Lost to them 4-2, but played very well for large portions of the match, which is what I want to address, because I think what we're seeing with this Miami FC team, which is now on a 4-match losing skid, is portions of the match they're playing very well. You see the potential of this group, a very young group. By the way, Tormenta had a lot of traveling fans last night, as you can see, who came to FIU, made the trip down from southern Georgia, from Statesboro, Georgia, in that area. But the thing about this Miami FC team is we're seeing real moments of brilliance. We're seeing individual quality. We're seeing collective efforts and the shape being good, often in open play. But then we're seeing these huge bouts of indiscipline. Sending off yesterday. Some really naive yellow cards in the match against Tampa Bay in USL Championship play the previous Thursday. Some real naivety in defending against counterattacks the previous loss in Hartford. And also just a continued lapses of concentration in very basic areas on set pieces and when crosses come into the area. So defensive lapses in concentration, bad giveaways, that sort of thing. Because the thing we saw again yesterday is that there are more than enough individual pieces of quality on this side. Luisinho had his breakout match. He was really good. For 60 minutes. We know how good Gavalinas is. We know now that you bring Molina in, you've got a player who's a little more sophisticated and experienced in his movement, knows the USL Championship. Genzano's start speaks for itself. He's a player that I think is got a real high ceiling. Bota is a player I like, maybe a little naive, but he's being played in various places. We've seen him as a 10. We've seen him as kind of a false 9. We've seen him as an 8. We've seen him as a 6. So he's having to play in a number of different places, and is a very versatile player. You now have in Barbier a really high-end, high-quality center back that comes into this team, the two current center backs who have been playing, Knutson and Beek, are both very versatile players as well. So I feel like there's a lot of upside. You see the potential. You see how many chances they create in each match. And sometimes finishing is questionable, but with their chance creation, they're scoring enough goals, right? You score 2 goals in both these matches against Tampa Bay. It was 3-0 at halftime in that match, even though a couple gilt-edged chances for Frank Lopez in that first half that he didn't finish. But then you get two back in the first 10 minutes of the second half of that match. But then defensive breakdowns, some naive play, and it's at a point where I think we are going to have to see some guys really step up in terms of leadership in the group. Because one of the things that always concerns me about a team that's based largely around young players is that one, lack leadership, and 2, young players tend to have walls that they hit, fitness issues, that sort of thing, that end up inhibiting their ability to be consistent throughout a season. And what we've seen with this Miami FC team, obviously 5-2 loss to Tampa Bay in the end, what we've seen with this Miami FC team is a team that is very good in moments in every single match. And this is a team that gave Charleston and Sacramento, arguably the 2 best teams in USL, all they could handle. This is a team that got a draw and had the lead twice against Orange County, which is one of the best teams in USL, away from home. So this is a team that has the potential of being very good. They've already shown that. But there's a lot that has to be evened out. And last night against Tormenta, who are also a team with a young core, but they have a veteran leader in Connor Doyle, a guy that have rated very highly for years and thought should have been on the national team about 10 years ago, by the way, and blamed Jurgen Klinsmann for not calling him in. At that point, yesterday, you saw Tormenta had enough veteran leaders to understand the circumstance in the game. They were up a man, but down a goal. And let's just work the ball. Let's just create chances. Let's just be methodical. Let's open up space. And that happened. And then you saw after the goal, Miami FC almost got a goal back, right, to take the lead again. But once that didn't happen, some degree of panic, some degree of naivety, and just these individual errors that caused goals. So this team isn't as far away from being competitive as the record might indicate, as the current 4-game losing streak may indicate, as being knocked out of the Open Cup in the first match might indicate. But there are things that need to be fixed, and we go again on Saturday against Birmingham at FIU Soccer Stadium.